Welcome back guys to another timeless episode of my Factorio Let's Play. So yeah, today is the last timeless episode before episode 100 I guess. Yeah, we now have quite a bit of stuff to do that doesn't involve the necessity for time lapses I guess. So yeah, today will just be kind of a shorter one I guess. Mostly because my own time is now a little bit limited and I also have to go to bed at some point because tomorrow I have to get to work again. Alright, and on that note, let's just talk a bit about the topic for today. So, I want to talk a bit about how I managed to get unlimited cloud storage. So first up, why would you even want to get unlimited cloud storage? Or why would you even want to get a lot of cloud storage for that matter? The reason for that is, for me at least, it's backups, yeah. So you should always back up your data. I think that should be hopefully pretty clear to everybody. And I do have a NAS and that's full with YouTube video stuff, so I never really deleted any video files for this channel here at least. Except for like raw recordings of Let's Plays, because that would be ridiculous if I would keep all of that. So that means I'm now at, I don't know, like a total of 5 or 6 terabytes of data that I have at all, like completely on a NAS. That also like includes some like old stuff from like older YouTube channels, some, I don't know, like my old desktop stuff and things are also in there. I guess I have somewhere a cracked version of Photoshop CS6, some two different cracked versions of BeamNG, a cracked Factorio version. I have like multiple cracked games actually somewhere. Yeah, some like old pictures. I have a folder of over 1,000. I want to say 1,000. I'm not sure if it's 1,000, but probably like about 1,000 screenshots from Minecraft. Yeah, just like some random assorted stuff, you know, like. Also a zip archive with 110 gigabytes of size, which when I try to open it, it just takes a little bit of time, like a minute or so, and then it just asks me, hey, we just read in, I think it's 2 million files, your archive, it might be broken, so should we go on here? Then you say like yes, and then it's like pretty much almost done loading in. Maybe I can go over the contents of that at some point, but doesn't really matter here. So the thing is, I do have quite a bit of data. Some of that sensitive, some of that doesn't really matter if I would lose it, honestly. Like, I mean, with all my Let's Play footage, it's like nice to have it always there, because sometimes when making like a tutorial or another video, it's just nice to be able to like go through there and maybe like find some scene and put that in there, which I also already did a few times. Yeah, so that's just kind of nice to have. It's not like really necessary, so if I would lose all of that, I mean, I could just download that again from YouTube. The thing just is that like YouTube, it does like some stuff, so you would have like a lower quality, and then like it's like multiple times rendered basically. So yeah, that's why I like to keep them around basically. Yeah. So now when you want to back up a lot of data, you have to ask yourself like, how do you do that, right? Like you could put it onto like an external drive, which I did for quite a while. Problem with that just is that this is like kind of too much now. Like the drive would be not only full, yeah, I mean it would be directly full, so that would be like an issue. Yeah, so that's why I thought about putting it all into the cloud. I mean, it just kind of makes sense, you know, like the cloud is like this fairly safe thing. I mean, the risk of losing data that's in the cloud, I think, is a lot lower than when you have like an external hard drive that you have to like put your data on. Also, it's pretty convenient because it's like it's off-site essentially, so you like if your house burns down, for example, like in external hard drive that's laying around in your house would also just burn down with that, which is why I always kept like the external hard drive that I used for backup at my workplace. But that means that when you want to pull something out of the backup for some reason, then you would have to get the drive from like offsite, so that's why cloud backup might be convenient. I mean, when you want to back up to the cloud, you obviously need quite a bit of upload. So your internet connection shouldn't be too bad. I mean, so far I've uploaded about a little bit over 1 terabyte. Still have like quite a bit to go, obviously. I'm kind of doing it like in waves, So don't want to just upload everything at once, because that would mean that the upload here would be fully utilized for probably like a month. Yeah, so there's that. I think with like my upload, the best case scenario, like the best calculated upload would be, I think it's like 300 something gigabytes a day, which I mean is quite a bit, but if you want to upload like a couple terabytes, then that's not enough. So yeah, the most important stuff is already uploaded essentially. Yeah, so I do that using FreeNAS, which is like the operating system I use for my NAS. And that has like a cloud sync option, so I can synchronize all my like data sets to the cloud, and it like does everything automatically. So I say like, hey, you copy everything to the cloud. It also encrypts everything, which is kind of important, especially if you want to upload your stuff to Google. Yeah, so it's all like securely encrypted basically, and it like handles all of that like automatically. It just like goes in the background, starts like uploading everything at night at some point, and like uploads everything that's new. I've also set that in a way that it like will never ever delete anything. So if I like delete a file, it doesn't delete the file in the cloud, it just like keeps everything there. Yeah, exactly. So that's like the next thing, like how do you get unlimited cloud storage? So I already mentioned Google, so you can like get for, I think it's like $10 a month, you can get like 1 terabyte of Google Drive, which is 1 terabyte, which is a good start, but not unlimited. You could technically go also with like a real cloud storage provider like Amazon Web Services, AWS S03, with Backblaze or something like that, or Microsoft Azure. But that's like you pay as much as you like upload, you like pay for the storage, you pay for the bandwidth and everything, and it's quite expensive. I mean, theoretically that's unlimited, but what I mean by my unlimited approach is I pay a flat fee and I can upload as much as I want essentially. And you can do that with Google Drive actually, but not with like the consumer version of Google Drive, but with the version for businesses. So you have to essentially get yourself a G Suite for Business account. So I did that. So that's like $8 a month per user, plus tax, I think. So it's actually cheaper than running normal Google Drive. Yeah, I pay a bit less, essentially, per terabyte. Like if I would have like 1 terabyte in G Suite, I would already save money, essentially. Yeah, so how do you get yourself a G Suite for Business account? It's actually not that hard. Pretty much everyone can do it, honestly. There's just like some quirks in there, so actually only one, and that's that you have to have like a domain name. I have one, so that's not a problem for me. I guess like additional cost if you wanna put it that way, but it's not a lot. Like I pay for my domain, I think it's like 10 euros a year or whatever. Like it's not a lot, and you probably can even get domains for cheaper, so that's not a problem. Yeah, so as a payment method, it's like in Germany at least I can only use credit card. So that's kind of a thing. I could use so if you're a business, you can actually pay like via, how's it called? Dang, did I just forget the name? Like you can like pay directly via your bank account via your like via your bank number. Just enter like your bank number and then that's like working. I just for some odd reason forgot like the name for that, like European system there. Yeah, well, so if you, that's actually pretty funny, like in the like it's for business and everything, but actually as like a private person you can also get that without any issues. So the only thing is when you're in a team less than 5 people, so if your organization, so you set up like an organization there essentially, and if that has less than 5 people, you officially get only a terabyte. So yeah, but they don't enforce that limit, so I am only like an organization of 1 person basically. I only pay for 1 account and I still get unlimited data. So how does Google do this? I don't know. I mean, there aren't a lot of people probably who use and abuse the system. I guess like 99.99% of Google users have less than a terabyte of storage in there anyways. So yeah, and it's I guess they can like also catch in some people with like, hey, we have unlimited storage, look right here. But in the end, like who realistically uses more than a terabyte of storage if you don't use it like for backup of like video files and stuff, you know. Yeah, so there are actually some limits, like it's not truly unlimited, so you have like a upload limit of 750 gigabytes a day. I'm not sure if there's also like a download limit, but yeah, like there's this upload limit of, as I said, 750 gigabytes, which I will definitely not run into because, well, I can't upload that fast anyway, so yeah. And I think like once you like hit, I think it's 100 terabyte or something, then you get also like throttled. Yeah, but like at that point you can just like pay for a second account because all those limits are just per account. So just add like another $8 a month, another account. So at this point it doesn't really matter, I guess. Even if you like, even it's like $8 for 100 terabytes of online storage, then that's still pretty cheap. So yeah, so I've been using this now for a couple of weeks. I think it's now almost a month, and I'm quite happy so far. It's a little bit of trouble to set that actually up with FreeNAS together. So you have to get like an API key and stuff like that. This was like, took me quite a bit of time to figure out, but in the end it all worked out and works with like the automated upload. Yeah, and I guess that's already everything I have to say about that topic, I guess. So thank you all for watching. See you on the next videos. Until then, have a great time. See you all then. Bye bye.